All right, so it is time for another haul. All right, we're on a roll. We have been doing really well for the last few weeks, starting with the end of last year. So yay! And that's because we're doing a batch of videos, which is why I look about the same and I'm wearing the same thing because batches of videos. Um, anyway, so we're gonna get right to it because it is now getting late. I've been recording like all day and I'm kind of tired. And we're losing steam. But past me wants to talk to President Shu about some things that hopefully I will have made some more progress on by the time I actually put this up. So on Tuesdays we like to do haul videos where I share something that I have bought for my businesses or myself. Sometimes other people, they may be business, they may be magic, they may be intuitive, they may be just general business, that may be a little loot list, and sometimes it's a happy meal. Today, what have you, we are sharing an art haul with some stuff I got from a local yarn shop. So, I got a new project bag. I love it because there's birds on it. And I'm gonna put a little thing in the bottom, as I don't know if I can attach. I'll probably we're gonna put a poll up because I want to know what y'all think. What do you think these birds are? Don't guess if you Google the fabric. No, I want you to guess. Like I want you to guess. Like honest guesses only. Okay. No prizes. I'm just curious because I've already gotten a bunch of answers, and all of the answers that I have gotten, I will put up in the poll. So it'll be fun because I am just curious to know what you think it is and then why. Because I've gotten a lot of really interesting answers. So. So there's that. The other things that I got were it's all from the same maker, but I've got some full skeins of sock yarn in Fairy Portal, and I think this one is Toxic Beach. And the fact that it's giving like Ninja Turtle ooze really is what makes it for me, as far as because I'm a dork, and of course, so there we go. And then I got these, which don't have names, unfortunately. And I got them because the whole reason I went there was one, to drag Workwife there because she's never been to a local yarn store. And I love this local yarn store. They have a beautiful, like, reclaimed wood table that's made from, like, beams of a barn house or something like that. They have lovely yarns. The staff is all really nice. And it's just a really nice atmosphere. And I finally dragged her into one, and she's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like, see the appeal? Like, yes, you were going to invest more in the yarn that you buy here, but you're also probably going to appreciate anything you make even more because of how much effort and money you put into it. So, which isn't a one-to-one. It's just, it's easy when you don't pay for something to kind of throw it around, whereas when you know the cost of something, it can make it more valuable just because it's rarer and harder to deal with or harder to work with or whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. These were the reason that I went in. So I have a bunch of handmade socks. I have one pair that has a bunch of holes in it out of all of the color changes I made because I didn't leave the tail long enough, and so all the tails were short, and now I have to weave in the colors. And what I'm going to have to do is fix it. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a yarn that wasn't showing up in any of the colors in a strong amount, which is what this one is for. This one is for the rest of them. So all the rest of the socks that I've made have none of these colors in. So I wanted to get a small hang. I was like, let me just get a contrasting color. And then I realized that would be harder to do because there's a lot of light colors with flecks of other colors in the one that has the most holes in it. And I was like, well, over all of it, you want to make sure that you're not getting a ton of this stuff in there, because the whole point of it is visible mending. So that's it. These are all from Yarny Mammoth, which used to be Storied Fibers. I don't know, I think it went from Storied Fibers to Yarny Mammoth. It is in my Ravelry, and I will put a link to the Ravelry page. And there we go. I think that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. So it was really exciting showing that to somebody else. I love that store. I love this bag. I saw the bag and I was just carting it around like a child, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. And then I am a sucker for purple. I really am. And I love these just like toxic green colors because I'm silly. But I also haven't been there in forever. So I went with the sea bean, the bay bean, and met the wife bean and her mom all there. So it was a nice little outing. My two beans went and hung out in the sitting room after I walked everybody around. And then I was just flitting around with wife and just showing her everything and whatnot, and letting them look around and answering questions and all that jazz. So that was fun. I don't have to do it again, you know, when I can afford to go in there and, and buy something, because it's really hard for me to go in there and not buy something. Other than that, yeah. So I went to start my mend some weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I'm on a car ride. I'm concentrating on something that's probably not a good idea. I'm like, it was probably not a good idea. And I'm like, well, you could look over and see, you know, what's going on, because with my field internship, with work, with the holidays, with catching up, and with homework and everything, I really hadn't had time to think about, honestly, anything. And I said, well, you can do it now, right? You're off for several days. Go ahead and look at stuff. And I did give it a little look-see. I didn't get very far. And yeah, that's how that went. So hopefully by the time this gets posted, I will have done something. But I do have placeholders for me to put additional pictures in later. And just make a little note that I've updated the post so that people can see stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I was really excited to have finally gotten something to do that. I've been wearing my socks anyway, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, if you keep wearing them, you're going to ruin them. You need to stop wearing them. And I'm like, yeah. And unlike the mend I did on the store-bought sweater, where the fiber was thinning out, but I still had like guidelines, these holes are straight up holes, so I'm gonna have to use a different method to mend. And I don't know how that is going to go, because I haven't mended something in that way yet. So this is going to be a learning experience, which is valuable. It also means it's probably going to look pretty jacked up. And I'm hoping it doesn't look too bad. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That is it. That is it. But other than that, yeah. So I'm going to share, there's pictures below so you can get a look at everything really well. And let's see, if you'd like to see pictures of it down there, I'm also going to link to whatever I can. The person who made the bag, I'm going to link to their Etsy. They are local-ish to Virginia. So I don't know that stuff stays up on their Etsy very often because I rarely ever go there. I just end up going to the store that has their bags and buy them there. But I'm also going to put up any other information about the yarn that I can find. As of like this recording, I haven't actually looked for anything yet. Usually I kind of set up everything so I know and I can reference, oh, I have this, I don't have this. But it's nearing the end of the day and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I just would like to be done with stuff. Can I be done with stuff? But I'm kind of on a roll, so I'm also kind of trying to keep going. My websites, you know, and the whole shebang, social media, all of that is linked, of course. And since you were so patient and kind, what are we doing tomorrow? Well, Brent, well, Pinky, hold please. Do. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. Now I want to watch Annie. So tomorrow we're going to do a work in progress Wednesday. So we'll be hitting on whatever we talked about yesterday for intentions, goals, projects, whatnot. And I'll be checking in to see where we are and how we're doing. And other than that, away we go. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of my community, watching my videos, interacting, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. If you want to see pictures, make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, you hit the link at the top and it'll send you over to Patreon where you can check everything out. And other than that, I'll see you when I see you. Toodles.